For over 25 years, Resident Evil has built one of the most complex, terrifying universes in gaming history. And now, a new chapter is coming. But before you jump into Resident Evil Requiem, you need to know how we got here. Because this story, it didn't start with you. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, perfect timing. And if you're a longtime fan, stick around because we're going through the entire Resident Evil timeline, hitting every major moment that matters, so that when Requiem drops, you're not lost. No fluff, no filler, just everything you need to know. Let's get into it. It all starts in 1998. The Umbrella Corporation, a pharmaceutical giant hiding a very dark secret, accidentally releases a biological weapon known as the T-virus in the Arklay Mountains outside Raccoon City, Missouri. The virus turns living things into mindless, flesh-hungry monsters. We're talking zombies, giant spiders, mutated dogs, the whole nightmare. A special police unit called STARS investigates, and that's where we meet Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, and Albert Wesker. A name you will not forget. Wesker, their own team captain, is a traitor working for Umbrella. He wanted the virus research for himself. This moment is the spark that ignites everything that follows. By RE2 and RE3, the virus has spread into Raccoon City itself. Leon S. Kennedy, a rookie cop on his first day, and Claire Redfield, Chris's sister, are trying to survive while the city falls apart around them. The government's solution? Nuke the entire city off the map. Raccoon City is destroyed, but Umbrella's legacy? That survives. By the mid-2000s, Umbrella is exposed and collapses, but the bioweapon black market explodes. Every rogue nation and criminal organization wants a piece of that technology. Enter Resident Evil 4, arguably the game that changed everything. Leon is now a government agent sent to rural Spain to rescue the president's daughter, Ashley. What he finds isn't zombies, it's Las Plagas, a parasite that controls the living. Different virus, same nightmare. RE4 was a turning point. The series shifted from pure survival horror to action, and it worked perfectly. Then RE5. Chris Redfield tracks bioweapon activity to Africa and finally comes face to face with Wesker, who has been enhancing himself with a prototype virus for years, making him nearly superhuman. It ends with Wesker being thrown into a volcano and hit with rockets. He's gone, or so we thought. Wesker's ambition doesn't die with him. It echoes through everything that comes after. Resident Evil 7 brought the series back to its roots and introduced one of its most tragic heroes, Ethan Winters. An ordinary man searching for his missing wife, Mia, who leads him to the Baker family estate in Louisiana. The Bakers have been infected by something called the Mold, controlled by a bioweapon humanoid named Evelyn. This wasn't Umbrella's work. This was a new era of biological threat, personal and deeply disturbing. What makes Ethan different from every other RE protagonist is that he's not a soldier. He's just a guy trying to save his family. And in Village, that's pushed to the absolute limit. He travels to a mysterious European village hunting for his kidnapped daughter, Rose, facing werewolf-like creatures, vampires, giants, all engineered horrors tied to a substance called the megamycete, a massive underground fungal network that can store human consciousness. Ethan gives his life to destroy it. Rose survives. The megamycete is destroyed, but fragments of it still exist. And that matters for what comes next. Resident Evil Requiem. The title itself, Requiem, means a mass for the dead, a funeral. That is not an accident. Everything in this franchise has been building. Umbrella's fall, Wesker's obsession, the mold, the Megamycete, Rose Winters growing up with abilities she barely understands. The threads are all there. Requiem appears to be pulling them together. What do we know? This feels like a convergence. Old characters, new threats, and a world that has been exposed to too many biological disasters to pretend everything is fine. Expect the horror to be more grounded, more personal, and higher stakes than anything we've seen. Whether you're a veteran or jumping in for the first time, the core of Resident Evil has never changed. Survival, sacrifice, and the terrifying reminder that the scariest monsters are always the ones made by human hands. That's the full story. 25 years in under 8 minutes. If this helped, drop a like. It genuinely helps the channel. Subscribe if you want our Requiem coverage from day one. First impressions, breakdowns, no spoiler reviews, all of it. Comment below. Are you a day one fan, or is Requiem your entry point? See you in the next one.